This is Anand Mahajan, your instructor for this course of Python. Okay, in this very interesting lecture, we people are going to discuss how to define one's own custom exceptions.
This video is brought to you by Appy Pie Academy.
Till now, we have seen that there are built-in exceptions, but we can create our own exceptions with our own names. So the topic is defining one's own custom exceptions. Okay, for this purpose, what you will have to do is you will have to create as many classes as the number of custom exceptions you want to create. But one extra class has to be there. First, let me tell you what is pass. Actually, pass is used. It is used when we don't want to write any line of code. We just want to indicate that this is going to be a null operation. Nothing is going to happen. So path is just a null statement. It's not going to do anything. Okay, so you'll have to take a superclass, that is parent class error. And what is this exception? Exception class is the superclass of base class of all the exception classes in Python. So you'll have to, for the first thing you'll have to do is to create a class with any name, but the superclass should be exception. You might be remembering the syntax of declaring a derived class, that is child class, and this is the child class error. Its name could be anything, but this is the inbuilt class exception, which is the superclass of all the built-in exceptions. Then I don't want to do anything, because as per the syntax you are supposed to write only an empty class. Then I have created a class too big value error. Name could be anything of your choice. Why? Because we are defining custom exceptions with our own names and own purpose. And this is going to be a derived class of which class? Error class. Again pass. Similarly, I have created another class too short value error. Again, this is going to be a derived class of error class. So you can see this, it's more part of syntax. So you will have to write as many classes as the number of custom exceptions you want to have. In this program, what I am going to do is, it's a very simple program whereby I will having a number called magic_num. User is supposed to guess this number. If the number inputted by the user happens to be greater than this, I will give the error message number is big, like any message like the number is big. Otherwise, then if the number that has been guessed by the user happens to be smaller than this, the number is small. And if the user gives exact value 125, then he has won the game, and we will print the message, congratulations, you guessed it right. So how to go about this? I have applied an infinite loop. In order to break out of this loop, I will use the break statement. As you know, break statement is used to take the control out of the loop block. Then I have started with try, then var is equal to input guess the number, and I have used the int function to convert it into int. The number will be guessed by the user, and that will be put into this variable var. And as I was telling you, if var is greater than magic_num, what we are going to do is we are going to raise an exception manually. Raise too big value error. If you remember, this was a class. And what's going to happen? You people have got two except blocks. First except block is except too big value error. So if var is greater than magic num, control will come here. The value is bigger than the number to be guessed will be printed. Elif var less than magic_num. I am raising an exception manually, but what is the name of that exception? Too short value error. Now, is there any built-in exception with this name? No. I have created it. I have defined it as my custom exception. So what will happen is the control will go into this except block with the name too short value error, and the message, the value is smaller than the number to be guessed, will be printed. And otherwise, if the number is exactly the same, the value of var which has been inputted by the user happens to be exactly the same as magic underscore num. That means both are equal. Then it will go to the last else. What will happen is, congratulations, you guessed it right, because last else means neither first condition nor the second condition got true. Neither var was greater than magic underscore num nor var was less than magic underscore num. So last else it connotes that var is equal to magic underscore num. So that means user has guessed the right number. So congratulations, you guessed it right will be printed. And as you know, break is used to take the control out of the loop block. Because it's an infinite loop, we will have to do something to take the control out of the loop block. When user guesses the number right, we will use the break statement. Takes the control out of the loop block. Okay, so this is how things are taking place. Okay, so let me execute it. Control Shift F10. Guess the number. Suppose I am going to give something like 12. See what the message is coming is, the value is smaller than the number to be guessed. What happened was, this condition got true if var is less than magic underscore num. We raised the exception to short value error. Control went into this except block to short value error. The value is smaller than the number to be guessed was printed. That's it. Similarly, now again I am within the loop. We have not been thrown out of the loop block because we had written while true colon. It will go out of the loop block only when we use break statement. Okay, guess the number. I give the number as suppose 200. Because the magic underscore num value is 125, so this condition was true if var is greater than magic underscore num. We have manually raised two big value error, which is a custom defined exception. Control will go to this two big value error. The value is bigger than the number to be guessed will be printed. Now again I give guess the number. I give the exact number 125. Congratulations, you guessed it right, because this time over neither the first condition nor the second condition was true. It went to else and this message was printed. So this is how we people can define our own custom exceptions.